Good morning, traders. I hope you are feeling a lot better today after yesterday. Um, we did have quite a crazy day yesterday, but hey, things are looking much better today. And yeah, let's go over the charts then. So first of all, Bitcoin, I want to show you this chart. Now, this is a chart, one level, one chart, the highest time frame that you can really go on a Bitcoin chart. And this is our yearly level or our yearly open. Okay, so let's zoom in. Oh, where did we bounce? This is why, like, I tell everyone, always be aware of your high time frame support and resistance. All we did was back test our yearly open as support yesterday, and look at the bounce we have got off of that. Okay, we have got a bounce of, whoops, that is the wrong tool to be using. We got a bounce of 20% off of our yearly open yesterday. Okay, this is massive, and this is exactly what we were talking about in, well, we've been talking about this for a long time. Like, we were looking at the yearly open back here when this was a crash as looking to, as what could bounce the price. We were looking at it here, we were looking at it here, we were looking at it when we were up here, and it's just always been on our chart. You must always have these high time frame support and resistance levels on your chart, and the yearly is the king of all of them. If anything is going to bounce you, it is going to be this level. So yeah, I think this looks really good, and this is a great trade. Now, I don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, I can't tell you whether we're going to go to all-time highs right now or whether we're going to ultimately fail in this scenario and come back below it, but this is a huge level, and this is going to be important for everything that happens from here on in. Now, we do still have, if you are looking at this as being a whole year been playing out, we do still have bearish scenarios on us. So all we need to do is look at two levels. We know this head and shoulders is still here. It is going to still be here. And this will remain in play until this line here is broken. Okay, that's still going to be an option for us, and this is going to take a long time to play out. So anyone who is now thinking, oh, the head and shoulders failed, let's not look at it anymore. It's still there. The yearly is the level to take it off. Like, I know we front run it over here, and we've hit it here, but realistically, this is a yearly pattern that is playing out. I don't like trading patterns, but until price comes up and breaks through here, this being your kind of the trend line that has formed from the head here, or being a little bit more aggressive, you could probably say that at this point, with this being like a complex kind of formation at the highs, yeah, probably if we do break through this as well, then that's going to be quite a nice indication that maybe this isn't going to play out the way that a lot of the market think that it will do. But still be aware of it, okay? So we have had a really nice trade off of this yearly, and I do believe this is probably what the market wanted. So for a lot of big money, you got to think about what they're looking at. You've got to look at a yearly open as being a really important test. That's going to trend. Like, obviously, if we lose that, that's going to change the trend for the entire rest of the year, and possibly for years and years and years to come. Like, Bitcoin has never lost a yearly level, like during kind of a bull cycle. Obviously, like, if we lose that now, it means we're in a bear market. So we do need to be aware of these things. But yeah, that's just the first thing I really wanted to cover today, is just how just such a simple level. If you're a trader and you do not have the yearly open on your chart, it's crazy. Okay, that should be the first thing that gets marked as soon as you start a new year. Yearly. Okay, we've hit it once back here. We tested it. We tested it to see if we were actually going to have a bullish year. We tested it again. This got the parabolic move. Okay, this was our low. Was the test of the yearly open. We are testing it again after a big move. So you see this time and time again, even on lower time frames where we'll have a quick move up. We'll come back in. We'll test it. Oh, great. We'll go higher up. Take some time. Maybe take out these lows, and then we reverse again. And it just happens. This is how the market works. Okay. So right now, this has the potential to reverse us to all-time highs. I'm not saying it will, but it has the potential to do that. Anything other than that at this stage would be a bear market. So, yeah. So if we do start to make lower highs, if we do come up here, and actually, let's start to draw this, because instead of me just rambling on, let's actually start to draw what we have here on a macro perspective. Okay, so we have resistance coming up in here. So we could draw our full fibs off of this. Yeah, we can see a nice midpoint, which could come in around a trend line. So areas of interest to be aware of. And we're going to be looking macro today because I think this is quite a macro move. There are certain areas of interest to be aware of. Okay, so we have a little level there around this 47k, and then if we're looking higher, we're looking at, well, 50 to 52k. Okay, so remember those levels. What else do we have on here that we can look at? We can go, ultimately now, this is our high to our low. You can see it now how nicely this fib channel is following this trend line. So you can almost at this stage say forget the trend line. And then we can go from this high to this low. Not so good. So yeah, we've got big fib resistance coming down here. So I'm about to sneeze. I've got hay fever. Am I? Should I turn my camera off for a second? No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Oh man, hay fever. Okay, so resistance. So this is stuff to keep on your chart from a macro level if this ultimately is kind of the low here. I'm going to go into the range in a minute as well. What else can we pull from this? We can take a look again at this macro channel that we do have. So we do have this. So yeah, be aware of it. We're probably touching the bottom of this again right now. This is what was trying to hold in to get into this channel earlier on in the week, but didn't work. Yeah, okay, cool. And then let's just add all of these levels back onto our chart. So here's the rest of the stuff, and here is the range that we are. Oh no, bare levels. We don't want to be looking at those today. Our range. Okay, so I think that's enough of enough kind of macro things. I do like this speed fan. Yeah, I like this speed fan. I like the golden pocket thing that it's doing with that. Okay, zooming in. What are we actually looking at today? So we have, right now, we are still within this range that we've been in for the last few weeks. Now let me just check if all these levels are the same. Close enough. Our value area low. I probably need to drop down a tiny bit down to here. Let's put that at. The thing is, these aren't exact. They're just to be aware of. They're nice to have on the chart. So let's take this to a nice even number. Our range point of control remains the same. Our range value area high moved up yesterday, which is a weird thing considering the price moved down. But our range value area high did move up. Previously, it was like this 49 400 area. Has shifted itself up a little bit. But again, it's just they're areas. They're not like massive things to be really looking at. So right now, let's have a look. Let's just take off these levels again. And let's just say, if price can get back within inside value area of this range, we have a very high probability of going back to the top of this range. So if price can So this right now is big resistance. And I'm sure other people, and I'm sure that other charts will probably be having the value area low down here, which is probably why we are seeing this resistance right here as well. So yeah, big important level. If we can get back inside this area, even more so if we can get back inside the point of control, then we do have a very high probability of going to the value area high of this range. We also can draw some fibs off of this, and you can see this is kind of the first stage that you want to be seeing, is to claim the 382 as support, and then we have the TPO point of control plus the golden pocket coming up here. So this will be a big resistance area if we do come up into this zone here. So 36,800. It's been a big level for a long time. Okay, price has always kind of chopped around this 36,800 time. I've probably said that number like 100 times in the last few weeks. Okay, so 36,800 to be aware of. 34,600 to be aware of. And yeah, let's just have a look, because I do think with the rejection we're getting off here, that if I do just change my settings slightly onto this, no, it just brings the value area high up. Okay, so forget that. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. That is what is going on there. Also, what I can do, you know what, I'm not going to do it on this video because it takes ages to merge back that many days. Yeah, we clearly have some resistance going on right now, and I think it's just generally having a big move up, and this, yeah, so we've got this order block, so that is kind of a very important thing right now. So I did so just a quick thing of how I would look at my order block. So I see this as being like a continuation order block. It hasn't yet been tested. So this had the move down. It had a bit of indecision here before an impulse again out of that. It has not been back tested. I do have a whole lesson on this available to people within the crew. We actually went over this exact thing on Monday. So yeah, really nice example of why we rejected there, and again a really nice example with the same kind of block of why we bounced here. So just using order blocks, you can see very clearly untested levels, untested continuation blocks that come down. So we have a move down, we impulse out of it, we have this move down here, a big move out of it, reclaim it as support, and at this stage, if we can reclaim this as support, you would expect to test back into this. So this is an important level to be aware of right now. Clearly support is very, very obvious where our support will be right now. So if we do drop down, without even needing to do anything else, without even needing to look like technically at this, we've got a very obvious clear level of support at 33k. Okay, so back below that is like this range that we were in. If we do fall back below 33k, then things are looking pretty bearish short term again, and we can be looking at where our retraces may be. Okay, so you can start to draw on your fibs. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted. You can start to draw on your fibs. And you can, oops, hold on 1 second. And I'm back. Okay, where was I? Yeah, you can draw on your fibs and stuff and find the support that way as well. I should have just paused the recording instead of like muting myself. Anyway, lost my train of thought now. Thanks thanks for interrupting me. People. Cool. Okay, this is where we are on the Bitcoin chart. I think that's about everything. So yeah, this is why we are seeing local resistance right now. This was a really nice bounce, and this again is a really just nice setup that you see with this change of market structure and then coming into your support, which gives you a move higher. We also added confluence to that. Let's add back on our key horizontal levels. We did have the confluence of this new daily that had formed from yesterday, and we have the weekly level, and again all of these levels are important. So yeah, if we see a move higher, we do have the range value area low to be aware of. We are within that area, so depending on how settings are or anything, or how you're drawing your value area, it wouldn't be a surprise to me to see value area low down here for a lot of people. We have our weekly open, so that is going to be a massive level if we do see another push up. I do think at that point, if we do get one more push higher, then we're likely to see a little bit of a correction, and we'll see where that may form, where we may go with that, because if you're thinking like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing coming on, then possibly that would be, but actually no, that wouldn't work, because then forget Elliott wave stuff, but basically we wouldn't want this to be the shortest wave, which it would be out of here. So yeah, ignore the Elliott wave stuff as well. Okay, yeah, so I think overall it's looking good. This looks like a really nice reversal. We have changed market structure on the 1 hour chart. We have changed market structure kind of on the 4 hour chart. You'd really want to be getting above this point of control in order to get back above the highs. So yeah, we do have the local support resistance, but 36,800 is the big one. Okay, that's really the one to reclaim if we are going to be looking again like back at 40k. 36,800 is massive. Get back above that, and I don't think we're going to have any problem going back to 40k. So that does that on Bitcoin. Very, very simple. Yeah, cool. Then we have, I'm also very quiet. Sorry about that. ETH BTC. Where have we been looking for this to go? For a very long time again. Like I've had this level on my chart. I was expecting a second test of this area on ETH BTC, and although we were bouncing within kind of interesting areas, that is why I had this circled, and this is why I have it in green, because this is the area that I was looking to buy Ethereum again. So I do think Ethereum could see a nice bounce here. Also, it has taken out the lows and has reclaimed that level. So if we go onto the US dollar chart and we are looking at this, we have swept the lows the same as Bitcoin did. And we are back above this important weekly level that we do have here on Ethereum. Okay, so we're back above this area, which is important. Interestingly enough, yeah, our yearly's miles away. But yeah, it's important levels nonetheless. Okay, so that is big for Ethereum to hold this area. Litecoin coming back in really just to an area that the range that it's been trading in the whole year basically. And this monthly level being very important for Litecoin. Okay, so this is a huge level to hold for Litecoin. You don't want to be getting trapped back underneath this, otherwise we're going to be looking like pretty bad. But yeah, $120 is pretty massive for Litecoin right now. So yeah, we'd have to be aware of that. And once again, that is our yearly open. So that monthly is basically our yearly level as well. Okay. So yeah, be aware of that. I do think that this now becomes a range again to play. I do think things are looking okay on Litecoin. Link. Where did Link come to? Oh, look at that. Would you believe it? Okay. Link. The fib channel works again. So the golden pocket here on this fib channel. And if we go more locally, then we are now looking at immediate resistance off of this weekly level. So this is big resistance. We do have to reclaim that. But then if we can get back across this line, this kind of diagonal that we do have going on here on the chart, which I do think will happen. That's incredibly steep. That's an incredibly nasty downtrend that Link is in. I do think we get back above that and can start looking for higher prices again on Link. Yeah, hit the weekly level. Again, where did everything come down on the kind of the big crash? Everything's back testing that right now. Bitcoin dominance the same. So Bitcoin dominance is testing back at its after the crash, once it kind of reclaimed some dominance, we're back testing that. So I don't know, maybe depending on Bitcoin strength over the next few days, whether this starts to roll back over and altcoins start to perform again, or whether we're looking at Bitcoin really taking back some dominance before a move down lower later on in the year. Obviously everything's going to be green today. If it's not green, BitShares apparently not green today. But if there's anything that's not green today, then it's yeah, pretty bad. Cardano I wanted to look at. So Cardano did lose this weekly level. We'll see what it can do with that as well. Yeah, I would be looking for lower. So I'd be looking back down towards like 2,300 sats kind of area. If Bitcoin does regain some dominance in the kind of the long or medium to long term. Yeah, not really anything else I really want to have a look at. But that covers everything that I wanted to go over today. And yeah, I hope, again, everyone survived yesterday's carnage. I did buy the dip. So this, I bought this quite heavily this yearly open. I hope you did too. I hope you had this level on your charts. And yeah, that, nothing else I want to go over. Yeah, we have the support and resistance areas here. So, we're at local resistance, and just trade it with market structure right now. So the 1 hour chart is bullish. Okay, 1 hour chart is bullish. We're still waiting for this to roll over onto other charts. But if you're day trading this, you can continue to trade with the trend at this point, unless we lose this 33k. I think everything looks okay. If we do lose 33k, then we're looking down towards 31,600 and down towards 30k again. But that is everything. Thank you for watching. Again, if you are new to these videos, please do join our Discord. The link is in the description below. We go over lots of nice stuff. We were all looking at this chart yesterday, and we were all looking at this level, and we're all looking at these order blocks and everything as well. So yeah, you'll never miss a level if you are on our Discord. Like, you will literally never miss a move in the market if you're on that Discord. So yeah, please do come join us if you would like to, and I will see everyone on the next video. Thanks guys, bye.